Hey folks, walk with me. Somehow, I've lived well over 40 years and had never read the book Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind. And, the big takeaway there from that book, I'm not breaking any ground here, but I think it's valuable to share this concept in case you haven't come across it, whether it's in the book or just in regular life. But the concept is the beginner's mind. In other words, somebody who goes into something fresh, they don't consider themselves to be an expert, they don't come in with a bunch of preconceived notions. The beginner's mind is flexible and it's pliable and it can be, it has room for growth and experience and learning. The expert's mind, or the non-beginner's mind, is rigid and condemning and incapable of learning and growing because of its rigidity and its insistence upon its expertise. And this can be really hard, especially in a world where, through LinkedIn and whatever other nonsense, career pathing and all this jazz, we're really taught to become an expert, right? I put out a video probably a couple months ago at this point on not allowing yourself to be bamboozled into pursuing expertise with something if you feel strongly drawn to the world of being a generalist. There's value in having a wide range of skills and assets and opportunities that don't follow like a syllabus or a narrow definition of a job role. And that was before I read this book, but this is the same idea. It's the idea that becoming an expert is a dangerous endeavor because you get rigid and cut off and you can stop. This is probably why something like in the medical profession, and I think also in the legal profession, it's called a practice, right? I practice medicine, I practice law. And yes, you have a lot of skills and you have a lot of experience, but I think in its truest essence, I don't know if this is really embodied in people these days, but in its truest essence, practicing something is being open to continuing to learn from it, right? That's why if you're an athlete, you go to practice. You go to try to continue to be better. How do you try to continue to be better? It's not by insisting everything that you've been doing the whole time has been the best ever. It's going in and saying, I'm trying to learn something here. I'm trying to figure something out. I'm trying to explore. I'm trying to remain flexible in a mental sense, and open to the idea that I can continue to change and learn more and be better and whatever. And this can apply to, I think in an idealized sense, at least for me, my whole life. But I think it applies to very, very little bit of my life at the moment. But it's something I'm going to try to continue to tune into, to open myself up to, and to bring awareness to places where I'm clearly have convinced myself of something, right? And I think being an expert in this sense can have a very broad, wide umbrella. I think this can even be me convincing myself of I'm afraid of heights. I can't go rock climbing. That is not a beginner's mind. That's me closing off and insisting that something that has been my experience in the past is true currently and has to continue to be true in the future. I need to have more of a beginner's mind in that aspect. Or I want to, at least. I don't have to. I want to. I have to because I want to. But yeah, I thought that this was a cool idea. Maybe it's something that you're already aware of, but if you're not, maybe it opens some doors for you in some ways, or gives you another thing to ponder, contemplate, be mindful of, whatever. All right, folks. Well, through all this crazy ice and wind, I was able to film 4 videos today and not fall. Big success. If you go back and watch to the very end of my video on Make America Healthy Again, I almost fall. That was a week or so ago, and things have only gotten crazier around here since. So we'll continue to hope for solid footing, or the grace that if we do fall, it's not treacherous. All right, folks, well, if you watched or walked with me this far, I certainly appreciate it. And as always, I will see you in the next video.